Hello and welcome back to the finishing line, and it's just myself and Andrew tonight, and we are going to take you through an Aintree Festival preview. I thought Andrew was doing something there, never mind.
Turn you off.
Evening in the comments, someone saying hello.
Guten Tag.
We haven't been back much, the lads have been back since Cheltenham review. I've been busy. Andrew, how are you doing?
I'm great, Dave. Busy as heck, but looking forward to 3 days. It's going to be a good 3 days. It's going to be mental results. We know that.
Yes.
Quick turnout from Cheltenham. So do not be surprised if something crazy happens in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh race.
Sean is very busy with college. Tom is off to Benidorm.
He's very happy about it, by the way.
Don't worry, he's going to a stag, I believe, in Benidorm, but he's not drinking because he's still training for the marathon. And he is going to do it, and he is actually not drinking. So that's going to be
amazing.
Tough weekend for Tom.
It's amazing.
If you want Sean's selections, he usually has them up on Twitter, as he's not here, and I'm sure he will do that like he does on all the other festivals. Other than that, please do the usual. Like and subscribe. Helps the channel. Throw in your comments if you're watching live. Throw in your comments if you watch it back. Andrew and myself will have a look through and try to get to some. Can I what? Do the comments with the mouse thing? Or just in case. So we can click on the comments. Sometimes that the mouse don't be working.
No, sometimes I forget the mouse.
And Andrew forgets the mouse. We're gonna go through all the grade ones. We're gonna go through the 3 races over the Aintree
National fences.
Yeah, they're not like they used to be. With the national fences.
The fancy hurdles.
And a selection in the handicaps, 1 or 2. And then we'll give our best bet and we'll be out of here. We'll try and have you done so you can watch the Liverpool Everton match. Some good football on this.
That's going to be, I can't wait for that.
There's the football over the last 2 weekends.
So happy I missed that match last night. You text me, said, see that Highland fella again.
Rasmus is just so fun.
You'd be better.
Yeah, I reckon I would.
Well, I played a few times with you indoor now, and
I can finish, like. I don't do a whole lot else.
It's questionable, but you better finisher than him.
Yeah, and Xerxes.
Poor Joshua. Joshua has it in him. He has it in him, but there's something there. Just getting it out of him.
There's something there.
There's nothing there for good old Rasmus.
Michael Walker up the Reds. Yeah, big game for Liverpool tonight. They kind of need to do the business now, don't they?
What are they? 9 points ahead. 9 points ahead.
Still, you need to be winning these games. But anyway, we'll kick on.
On the Toffees. I mean, best luck to everyone.
Tomorrow's a great card. I don't know how much I'll get to watch myself. I'm working, but have a half-day Friday, and I'll be watching it.
Nice to see you, dear.
Nice to hear from you, Russell. I'll be watching it Friday, have a half-day, and I'll be watching it Saturday.
That's cute.
We're 4 grade ones tomorrow. First one starting us off. A lot of bookmakers as well are doing the old offer of back a horse, and if you lose, you get your money back. That's a good offer.
Who's doing that?
Live Score.
Always do that.
Boyd Sports.
I like Live Score.
And Live Score will be one of my favourites now.
I like Live Score.
Good offers. And that.
They leave you have a bet.
Yeah. So I think there's three bookies doing that. So if you like one horse, you have a free hit at it. It's always a max of tenner, but
yeah, it's better than nothing.
145 in Aintree. The Manifesto Novices Chase, grade 1, 2 miles, 4 furlongs. Imperi Pass is now favourite 5-2. Django Bay 11-4. Croke Park 4-1. Gidley Park 11-2. 16-1. Bardos, the likes of Rubo, Boomborn, and others. Some grade 1 form on show here. Arkle form, grade 1 form earlier in the year. Ground's probably a little bit different. Andrew, who are you going for?
It's a tough race when you look at it, really. But the one I'm going to go with is Imperi Pass. Look, he's been backed today. He was 7-2 this morning when I was writing about it. He was 7-2 yesterday when I was writing about it. He's been backed into 5-2 favoritism now. Look, he won at the track last year controversially at Aintree. Skipped Cheltenham, which I think is going to be a major plus for horses coming in here this week. There's a 3-week turnaround from Cheltenham to Aintree this year. Look, he was faultless over his fences his first 2 chase starts. One really went before he Novice Chase. I just didn't go with the plan at all behind Croke Park and Ballyburn at the DRF. He wasn't off a yard that they didn't travel by any ounce of enthusiasm. He still managed to finish 10 lengths off the front 2. I think they've cheap pieces on for the first time as well. I think that'll suit him a lot better. See what I've done with Stateman. It easily livened up a Grade 1 horse, and I think it'll do the same for him. Look, Django Bay is a good horse. He was not handed, but he was lucky enough to win an Arkle. Look, if Malvern, we know if he would have jumped, he would have won. I think this horse is crying out for a step up and trip. Whether this track on this ground will suit him is another thing. Beaten by handstands already this season. That was on heavy ground with 2 mile 4. To me, that form is only okay. I don't think it's standout form. And then we're on to Croke Park. Model of consistency. Absolute model of consistency. He's another one that's had to skip in Cheltenham. This is going to be his track. Look, Imperi Pass does have to find a few lengths with him, but I think Imperi Pass, I know his best form is on softer ground, but I think he got away with it last season, and I think he'll have enough in the locker to hold him off. I think it's between him and Croke Park, and I see Gidley Park then filling the third. I think Django Bay, I think that took a hell of a lot out of him to win that Arkle. Look, he was up at the front at the start of it. He's dropped out by design. He just dropped out, couldn't keep up with him, and then flew home at the finish. I think that's after taking a lot out of him. That'll be a big performance. He can turn that around, but I think Imperi passes the win. I think Croke Park and Gidley Park will follow him home.
Yeah, it's a good race. Not like superb Grade 1 horses, but they're all like good Grade 2 bordering Grade 1 horses. Some of the Grade 1s, like the Croke Park one, they weren't.
They're not great.
There's no superstar, should I say, in it. But it makes for a good spectacle. I think the first 5 in the betting all had their chances. I'd include Rubo in that. He was actually decent.
He'll have his ground.
Decent hurdler on good ground. I like Imperi Pass. I like Django Bay. I definitely think Imperi Pass. I've had rows with Tom about this as well. I think he's better when there's like proper soft in the going.
You could say that
someone remarked about the race last year when he's on good ground to Sandown, but it's never good ground to Sandown. It's always about.
Wasn't it good though at Aintree last year?
It's been yielding and kind of good to soft.
It was officially soft.
Always soft in the description.
But he ran no sort of race in soft ground at the DRF.
Yeah, it was really soft though.
What?
Really soft.
It was pissing out all day.
But I'm going to side with Croke Park. I just don't see any reason why Imperi Pass would turn around form. I think Imperi Pass would be better going up and trip, whereas I think this trip suits Croke Park, and I'd like to see Croke Park go out in front now. I want to see him use his jump. I don't want him held up. If he's held up, I'm out.
They're in Gardo.
I'm cashing out. I'll cash out, because you know me, this time of year, start the season for jumps horses, end of the season for the jumps, start the flat, we back front runners, because the ground is turning good and they get away. A lot of front runners start winning this time of year. You've seen it some of the tracks already in the last week or two. So Croke Park for me, and yeah, if he's I'll have my tenner on Croke Park, and if he's held up, I'll probably cash out.
Like, I think if Imperi Pass gets back to the form that saw him win at Ballymore, I think he'd be very hard to beat. But look, he has to overcome a massive underperformance at the DR fucking F.
Second Grade 1 is the Boodles Anniversary 4-year-old Juvenile Hurdle. It's not the best race in the world. I personally don't think the juveniles are all that much this year. They're all much for muchness. I think the way the Triumph ended up, obviously I wasn't here for the review, it shows that they're kind of all in and around the same level. But the favourite was very good in the Boodles. Put your hands together here. 13-8. Naturally Limble 6-1. Live Conti 13-2. Mersey 17-2. Wenrock 11s. Phil Bustering 14s. Mambo number 5 16. So if you want to have an each way bet, you're getting good prices on the horses here. I'm sure a lot of people will go for the favourite. He looked very well in the Boodles, but Andrew, who you going for?
Yeah, I was looking at this yesterday morning, and people correct me if I'm wrong. Put your hands together was around 3-1, 7-2 when the betting came out for this. There wasn't much between him and Live Conti in the betting. Actually, Limbers had to be backed as well. Look, it's happened before with a horse who won it. Fakir Dudari. I don't know whether he won the Bulls or he won the Triumph. Which one did he win?
Fakir Dudari?
Yeah.
He ran in the Supreme.
No, did he? Sure.
Yeah, Joseph Random was a 4-year-old in Supreme. He
All right.
came fourth, I think.
Okay, he came on. He won this. Then I think it was.
And he did win this.
Yeah, so it's not beyond the realms of impossibility for a 4-year-old to back up a good run at Cheltenham. Look, he did look very good in the Boodles. Like how much do you want to take that form with a pinch of salt? Like, and everything else to go with it. Naturally Nimble, yeah, a decent horse. I put up Liv Conti for Talksport at 7-2. He's now 13-2. I think he's a cracking each way bet. He didn't win by far at France, but that form's been working out well. He went off 1-9 for his debut for Dan Skelton. I think it was at Wetherby. You go back and watch that race for a 4-year-old. If he gets in close to his hurdles, he's very quick from A to B. He never looks like he's going to make a mistake. And when he sent that one, he goes at one. Look, he did hang into his left a bit going around. Didn't jump to his left. Just when he was kind of running straight, he was kind of lugging into the rail. It won't be a problem around here. He looks like a horse with a massive engine. So much more to come. Look, he's out to a price now where I will be having a nice each way bet on him. There's so much more progression to come from. You even go back and watch it. He's a stamp of a very, very good horse with talent just waiting to be released. He's that kind of horse who just stamped of, I'm very good. I know I'm good. I know he beat Notting. He didn't come off the bridle to do it, but this has been his aim for a season. And I think I can't see him being out the top three. You've Mersey, look, his form's all right. When you go past the top three, you're looking at form it's very, very beatable form. He's the one that's very, very unexposed. I think 13-2 is a great bet. I'll have a bet on him each way.
I'm going to go for Ben Pauling's horse, Mambo number 5, who won the Adonis. The horse he beat that day has come out and won, I think it was around Stratford or somewhere like that. Mr. Pancreas or Sir Pancreas or something like that.
Sir Pancreas?
Yeah, same Pancreas even.
So that's him.
And Mondo Man was in there. He went off favourite that day. The first day, Mambo number 5 ran at Cheltenham in the Triumph Trial, pulled too hard. He looked way more the finished article the last day. So just him each way. Nothing spectacular, not a big bet, but I think he'll probably jump out in front and hopefully run into the places.
Yeah, these are the kind of races where you will expect a weird result, and it's a race where you probably will want to stick with your each way selections. Unless you really do fancy the favourite, then GSI for all that you're worth.
The third grade 1 on Thursday, 2:55, 3 miles, 1 furlong. The Golden Miller Chronograph Bowl Chase, the Mildmay, the proper name. Grade 1. Grade Awning 5-2. Spillans Tower 3-1. High Senior 32. Gary 8-1.
Gary.
Stage Star 9s. Embassy Gardens 11s. Jello 25s. Real Whacker 25s. Jello ran well in the Ryanair, didn't he?
Took a minute to fucking click.
Fucking hell. People are putting that thing up the window Ryanair. Good race. Spillans Tower coming over. Like the horse, but have to worry the way they said he didn't travel well.
That's a big worry.
Kempton. I'd forgive any horse to run a Kempton though. It's a track that just some horses can't.
Ground as well.
Can't travel on it. I would think he'd need softer ground.
Yeah.
Grey Dawning, I also think he needs softer ground. So it made me look outside the box because Gary definitely needs softer ground.
And a head check as well, God bless him.
And I'm going to chance Embassy Gardens each way.
Yeah.
Paul is on him. He should jump out in front. He throws in some stinkers that pulled up at the end of the season last year. I think it was in the Punchestown Grade 1. He comes back out this year, Tremor, leads, and he wins. And he ran very well at Leopardstown to a point. After the last, he was outstayed by a few horses. Mm-hmm. So that worries me a little with 3 mile, 1 furlong. But if he jumps out in front and uses jumping, I think he has a bit of a chance each way. Again, not a big bet with question marks in the ground for the ones at the top of the market.
Yeah. Look, there's a few question marks in here. Look, obviously Grey Dawn, and he has slight question marks on this ground. Splans Tower definitely has question marks. Gaelic Warrior does. Embassy Garden, you can even say, does as well. His best form is on deep ground. But I think the fact that Grey Dawn has been kept for this, he won on good to soft ground at Kelso the last time, easily beating Iroko. I just think that this race is set up for him to win it. Like Splans Tower, as you said, there was talk that he didn't travel over to Kempton well at all. Then you have the ground issue. Is that an issue coming in here? Yes, it would worry, especially at the prices. High senior, Jesus Christ, look, he's 3 PPF. There's more letters than numbers in his form. But back at Aintree, he could turn himself inside out, but you couldn't trust him as far as you can throw him. Just as a beat, he shortens into 6-1. Gaelic Warrior, look, another horse you would want your head checked if you're going backing him on what he's shown this season. I thought he was a very good bet for the Champion Chase going into all season, but he has shown nothing this season. He's been convincingly beaten him in his 3 runs this season. Stage Star came back to a bit of form. He showed something like his old self. Back here, he ran well, I think, at the start of the season. He could run into a place. Embassy Garden, totally see the angle with him. But I think Grey Dawn, and he'll be up in front as well with Embassy Gardens. I think his jumping is spectacular. He never looks like he's going to make a bad mistake ever since he made an absolute howler back in Cheltenham last season. I think it was on Troyes Day or something like that, or the December meeting, one of them. Since then, he's been foot perfect. He won the Turners last season. Look, you can forgive him his pull up at Kempton, like you said. You can forgive a horse that was on the back of a really tough race behind Royal Burgoyne in the Betfair Chase. I think he just had to be absolutely laid out for this. He had a lovely prep run when beating Iroko last time. I think 5-2 was a very fair price when you have question marks about the majority of the field going into it. I think it'd be very, very hard to beat.
Yeah, I do think Spillane Tower is the best horse in the race.
He is, but the ground is a massive worry, and the fact that he bombed out when he came over to Kempton is an issue. Okay,
on to race 4 on Friday, the Aintree Hurdle, kind of their flagship race after the National. Grade 1, 2 miles, 4 furlongs. Connie Hill, 10-11. Lassie Mouth, 13-8. Woodoo was very impressive and has been her whole career. Very impressive at Cheltenham. 7-1. Take No Chances, 50s. Tell Her the Name, 100s. Break My Soul, 152.
Before we get on to it, you know what's very interesting about Woodoo? See her flat mark?
Sure.
Oh, mother of God, she's absolutely fucked in.
Gordo will have that sort. Not a problem. She's only a 5-year-old too.
Yeah?
She's getting better and better. Whether she's up to this class, I doubt it. I'm glad Lossie's running. I was positive she'd run. I think they're doing the right thing. The trip suits Lassie Mount more than it suits Con Hill. In my opinion, why not go for it? If she can't beat him, getting the weight tomorrow, £7 at a trip that she excels at, then she's not going to beat him over 2 miles in the Champion Hurdle. If she loses tomorrow, she's only a 6-year-old. They can aim her to try and win 3 more festival races and do what Quevega done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she could get injured, but the possibility is there. She's already won 3 in a row at the festival. So I think it's a smart move. If she beats him, then next year, all out for the Champion Hurdle, because she's clearly very good at Cheltenham.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad she's running. I'm with her tomorrow. When Con Hill won the race a few years ago, he was coming to the end of his tether towards the line. Sharjah was closing him down. I definitely think Lassie Mouth's a better horse than Sharjah was at that point of his career tomorrow. So it makes for a good race. I'm with Lassie, but it wouldn't surprise me if Con Hill beats her, because when he was very good, he was exceptional.
Yeah, and the key word there, when he was at his peak. He's an 8-year-old now. He's on the back of a horrible fall at Cheltenham, and you can argue his run at Safe Me Kempton when he beat Lassie Mouth over 2 miles was nowhere near his best that we've seen before, and then he just had a schooling race around Cheltenham on Troyes Day. Look, he's drifting now to 10-11. He was 8-11 when this bet opened, and you would have been off your head to back him at that price, especially on the back of a 4, especially over this trip. This is only the second time in his career he's ever run it over this trip, and you alluded there. To me, and to a lot of people, he was coming to the end of his stamina when beating Sharjah by 3 lengths. He beat an age in Sharjah that day, and Sanihir was in behind him that day. He beat Sanihir by, I think it was only 5 or 6 lengths, and then if you go back to Cheltenham, I think he beat him by double digits the race before that. He beat him by 3 lengths, and he beat him by he beat him by 13 lengths the race before that. So I don't think this is a trip. I don't think he wants the trip. This is Lassie Mouth's playground. This is like sticking Galloping the Champ at Leopardstown on soft ground. It's his playground. This is a hard playground. 2 mile 4, left-handed track. I don't see her being beaten. I see his stamina worries coming to the fore, and he can't show him with her on his tail. She didn't go a yard at Kempton. We talked about this loads of time. She didn't go a yard at Kempton, and yet she still finished nearly 2 lengths off him. She's coming in here full of beans on the back of a fast oil win, a piss easy win at Cheltenham. He's coming in here after picking himself up off the ground. How is he going to react from that? That's the first time he's ever fallen. How is his confidence going to be? You can school him and whatnot over hurdles till the cows come home. And I've heard Nico say in an interview today, it's a change of hurdles. Ever since the change of hurdles, he hasn't jumped the same.
They are different.
They are different, but like there's the same kind of shape and all that. If that's the case, you can say that for every horse that's had before. Us the new hurdles. But he's done this.
Not that I'd be defending Nicky, because I never do. But you can't flick through the top of him like the other one.
Yeah, but he didn't flick through the top. He landed in it.
When it bounced back at him.
He landed in it.
Briar's head kicked it. It came back, and he had taken off at the wrong stride, but like it did fucking nearly take him out. Like
it was going to take him. If that was the old hurdle, he was still on his arse.
I don't think if that was the old hurdle, I think he would have flicked it out of the way.
There's the top of the hurdle. He landed in here. It's not like he landed up here. You go back and watch. He landed in the middle of the hurdle.
I actually don't.
And he landed on the way down.
He was always quite likely to fall. Me and Sean were talking. He said Brighter Days ahead of the fall, but it's not. It doesn't surprise me if he fell, but I don't think it was as bad as some people are making out.
He took off a mile. Now. Come on.
That's what makes champion hurdlers.
That's what makes you fall as well.
Yeah, well, sure, they're always on the border.
Now, if he's back to his brilliant best, he'll be a tough nut to crack. And if he won the champion hurdle, you'd be like, yeah, Con Hill will win. It's just, he's never shown that he's a real, forgive the bloody pun, that he has much constitution. If you go back to how many times have we seen him since he ran at the Aintree Hurdle? 3, 4 times? That's nearly 2 years ago?
He's only run that once, so
3, that's 2 years ago. He ran to run 4 times.
Yeah.
How much does he want it after that fall? Look, it's all if, ands, and buts. Why not?
Look, you've never had a horse to fall, but if he hadn't fell and won the champion hurdle, I don't think he'd be turning up here, to be honest. I think they put him away for next year again. So in a way, him losing the kind of aura of being invincible on the track means we get to see him a little bit more.
Yeah, but it's just not. Yeah, I totally understand it.
I prefer to see the horses.
And I was convinced he was going to end up a Hunchtown. Is this not going to be a rushed prep then on the back of a fall? That's the other side of it.
I'd be critical of Nicky, and I think people think I just don't like Nicky. I don't like the way he wraps horses up on cotton wool, because they're good enough to run them. You don't know when they're going to fall like he did.
Yeah.
You can't, like, all eventualities, like putting him away to just run in a champion hurdle and then he falls.
He's had his career cherry picked for him,
which is not, in my opinion, is not a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what probably separates him from being the greatest of all time to top level hurdler.
He needs to win tomorrow to get the aura back.
Yeah. And if he doesn't win tomorrow, he's never going to have that.
It makes for a good
invincibility.
Race. Like maybe one of the other ones will pop up, like Golden Ace did, and it won't be the top 2, but I would suspect it's between Lossiemouth and Conhill.
Right, if we're looking to next year and the whole champion hurdle countdown, you're wanting Lossiemouth to win. Because then you'll have Lossiemouth, Conhill, you'll have Stateman, you'll have the new Lion, you might have 1 or 2 more. You might even have Woodoo in there if she runs very well. But yeah, look, when all is said and done, I think Lossiemouth, I think that if she ever going to do it tomorrow, it has to be the day. If she doesn't do it tomorrow, she'll never beat him.
Yeah, I agree.
She has the weight, the trip, left-handed. She has it all there.
It's all in her favour tomorrow.
Yep.
So she's my favourite horse in training, so I hope she does it. On to Friday, 1:45 in Aintree, the Mildmay Novices Chase, Grade 1, 3 miles, 1 furlong, 1:45.
Friday. Jesus Christ, I don't know what they have.
Handstands is in here. It's been good over fences, 15-8. Caldwell Potter, 7-2. Dancing City, 11-2. Stellar Story, 15-2. Key to Bourbon, 12-1. And 14-1 Bar.
Good race.
It's a good race. It wouldn't surprise me if a few of these won again. It's very hard to pick one because I backed Caldwell Potter at Cheltenham. But I like Dancing City. I like Handstands. I'd have it between those 3, and it'll probably be ground dependent and stuff on the day. If there's a little,
it's going to be good soft ground. Who are you picking?
Coldwell Power.
Yeah,
I think if they do what they did the last day, if Harry Cobden rides him like he did the last day, like loads of confidence, fills him up, pings him at fences, then he'll do the business. Because the best hurdles run was when he did that around Leopardstown. I know the ground was really, really soft that day, but I just don't think he can curb his enthusiasm.
Yeah. And he's always looked like a horse that will see out this trip.
In the race at the start of the season around Carlisle, there was nothing in it. But I think he made a mistake that day. Other than that, he jumped grand. But it's all enthusiastic. If you hold him back, it's
you're
like
upsetting him.
He throws the towel, he throws the dummy out the pram,
doesn't like it.
And he doesn't want to be involved. Whereas if you let him bowl along, and he'll find for you then, he'll find, and he's definitely going to stay further. It's stay 3 miles, but the trip is okay now. I think if he does what he did at Cheltenham, I think he have a little bit too much pace for Dancing City and handstands.
Yeah, I was very torn between himself and Dancing City. I went against handstands merely just because of the price, 7-4. To me, the two others coming into it, I know he's had to win the Grade 1, he's had to beat the Arkle winner, but to me, you can argue Caldwell Potter doesn't, but on the back of what he done at Cheltenham, he has the ability to be better than handstands. Dancing City is an interesting horse. He comes in here on the back of, I say, a similar run. It was a worse run than last season, but he made a mistake 3 out. But he came here and he won the hurdle race in a canter. Whether now it is he just doesn't like Cheltenham. That's 2 years in a row he's at the running below par at Cheltenham. And everywhere else, he's at the coming alive. He's at the winning. He's unbeaten. He's not unbeaten everywhere. He's practically unbeaten everywhere else bar Cheltenham. He's losing twice at Cheltenham 2 times.
It's poor run though.
It was a poor run. But you go to the third last, you pause it before he jumps to third last. He's going to be bang there. Yeah. He's going to be in the top 2. He just hit it and he just stopped for some reason. Don't know. Nothing's after coming out of it. Look, he's 6-1, 11-2. I think he's a cracking each way bet. If you forgive him that and go back and remember what he done after his poor run in the Bartlett last year, he's well beaten in the Bartlett last year. Mm. He's beaten miles in the Bartlett. And then he reversed the form with the jukebox man at Aintree. I think he's a cracking bet 11-2. I think they'll take a lead off Coldwell Power. Handstand likes to make their run as well. If they go off like the Clappers could easily set up for him. Stella Story's another interesting one. Look, he obviously won the Bartlett last year. He can't jump a fence for life nor money. But he jumped a lot better the last time. And he stayed on really strong to run down Lecky Watson. If he cannot get his act together, he's a huge player. But I think Dancing City back at Aintree, away from Cheltenham, I think you see a different horse and different forms. I think he's a great each way bet.
Okay. On to 255 Trust Trader Top Novices Hurdle. Grade 1, 2 miles, half a furlong. Romeo Coolio 5-4, Tripoli Flyer 7-2. Monday 6-1, Diva Luna 11, 16-1's Bar. This is easy enough for me. Romeo Coolio's after having a couple of hard races. I like him, but there's just a little bit something missing at Grade 1 level.
A trip. That's what's missing.
Yeah, I would go up and trip with him next year. Monday does nothing right.
He's a fucking loony. He's a loony
idiot horse. He's an idiot horse. Pulls too hard, jumps all over the place. Diva Luna I like, but she needed to win the Mayor's Novice Hurdle, in my opinion, to be good enough to be running in Grade 1s against the Geldens. So it leaves me with Fergal's horse, one of my horses to follow at the start of the season, Tripoli Flyer. Still not over him getting beat at the bumper here last year by a horse that Andrew liked, and I think he likes Tripoli Flyer now because of that as well. Her 8 horse was Pearl, I think is the name of the horse. Yeah. I think he wants more softer ground, but he's very good as well. He's looked very good in his hurdle races. I think he's been saved for this. I think he's very, very fast. And I think Tripoli Flyer will win.
Yeah, I agree with you. Look, Romeo Coolio, you go back and watch the Supreme. He's crying out for a trip. Absolutely crying out for a trip. Step me up, please, Gordo. You'll see him over a trip next season. You'll see him middle distance, if not 3 mile chasing at the end of next season. Salvador Monday, I wouldn't back him with counterfeit money. He's a pig. He's an absolute pig. He doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know how to relax, doesn't know how to jump, and then just stays on at the end.
Yeah, he's a bit mad.
But yeah, Tripoli Flyer, look, second in the bumper here last season. Started off the season with the second in his hurdles debut. But look, it was didn't try a fecking yard. 3 from 3 since last time he won at Kempton, and it was a very, very good performance. Look, he bled after the race. There was no blood coming out of his nostril. Didn't stop him. Bloody win by 7.5 lengths. Jumping does need to improve a bit, but he's still green as grass. You can see him coming around the bend of Kempton. He was lugging in, lugging out, just didn't know what to do. Fresh horse. They've skipped Cheltenham for this. They were going to run in the Supreme. They skipped it for this. I think 72 is a great bet. He's a very good horse, and as you said, the horse that beat him last year is another very good horse. I think Fergal has 2 Grade 1 horses on his hands with them too. I think he'll take a lot of beating here tomorrow. I think the other 2 will be feeling the effects of Cheltenham. And look, it's the whole, as I said at the start, try to find the horses who are on the level of Grade 1 who skip Cheltenham. They're going to be a lot fresher, have a lot more left to the tank at the finish. I think he's the standout one here. I think 72 is a great price. I can't see him going off 72. So I'd say if you like him, back him now. I think he'll win. Jet to Vegas, 16 to 1. Go back and watch the last 2 races. That turned himself inside out. Very good horse. He could fill a place.
Yeah.
You're seeing the Russell's horse.
I was in there now to have a scam. Scam City there.
Scam Russell.
Fergal won't watch this, but the Twitter thing Fergal has to be funny, and he puts up some stuff. Fergal, if you do watch, please, for the love of God,
I'm going to send this to Fergal.
Stop racing Crambo left-handed. Just run him right-handed. Ascot, he'll win, and stop running him within 3 and 4 weeks. He needs a break. He needs to go right-handed. Grade 1 horse then. Perfect.
You do realise I'm actually going to clip this, put it on Twitter, tag him in it.
I love
Fergal. Fergal's some bio.
And I really like Rambo. And it hurts my heart when he runs.
And you don't have much of Fergal, he doesn't have much of a heart fucking left.
I'm the only one that likes Rambo.
Yeah, I'm not fond of him now, to be honest. Not fond of him.
On to the 3:30 Aintree. My pension expert, Melling Chase, Grade 1.
Terrible names.
Yeah, well, 2 miles, 4 furlongs. I'm not going to spend much time on this.
Nope.
John Mon, the rat, the stupidest horse in training. I can't lift his legs up. El Tankiolo. Like, he's so talented.
He is so stupid, though.
Like, I would run him on the flat line because nothing's going to get in his way then. He'd probably still fall.
Do you know what? I know he's 8 now. He's just like big bucks. Just stand back over hurdles.
You might as well. The engine the horse has is
he's a ridiculous engine.
But I would imagine he'll fall again. And I'll be absolutely amazed if Sean Bond don't win. People will say, oh, you can't say he doesn't like Cheltenham.
He just doesn't like fucking Cheltenham.
He just does not jump the same with Cheltenham. Those little extra strides he takes, he does not take them anywhere else.
Or lack of, and landing on fences.
When Nico asks him anywhere else, Sandy or whatever, he just comes up. But for whatever reason, Cheltenham, it might be the undulations, whatever it is, it's just not the same horse. I think by running on in the Champion Chase shows the engine John Man has. And he's just unbelievable anywhere but Cheltenham. So I'd be amazed if he loses.
He's unbeaten everywhere else. He's had to be beaten 4 times at Cheltenham. It's not a coincidence. Get it out of your head. I've been banging the drum all season that it is Cheltenham. It's a Cheltenham curse. Doesn't like Cheltenham. I will be shocked if he doesn't win this.
And Bet365 got really lucky on their specials and stuff over Cheltenham. John Mann is going to be the one on Friday and he's going to win. I feel it.
I can't see him being beaten. Look, obviously El Fabiola's beating him in Arkle. But last season, ever since the Champion Chase, he's looked a shell of himself.
It's just because he can't jump.
He's been turned over a 4 to 11 by an absolute yoke at Navan the last day.
The yoke?
He's a yoke.
Yeah, well, sure.
He's 6 to 1. He should be 16 to 1. I know it's a 4-horse race. Look, John Bond's over them exertions. He just simply wins. Protectorat won't have his ground. He's now a 10-year-old. He's getting on in the years. Matasha will be the one that sets the pace for a lot of them. Look, if he doesn't win this, he may as well just pull the plug on him and retire and give him a happy retirement.
I hate seeing horses fall. But Matata goes so fast, right? El Fabiola will fall again. He's just not able to pick it up.
You can see the 2 of them just taking each other out.
It's just...
like, it's a race where there can't be much trouble because you have enough room to stay out of trouble. There's only 4 of you. Barring accidents, he has to win. He's shown by far the best form than the other 3 this season. So, there's going to be many 4 to 6 shots that you'll think, I want to take him on. To me, he just has to jump around to win.
Yeah.
I know he'd only be conflated in the last year, but actually this is probably worse. You've El Vabiolo and Protector on the back of 2 horrendous runs. Matata is not good enough.
John Man, it is. On to Saturday. 3 grade 1s on Saturday, and then we'll quickly rattle through the national fences races and give a handicap pick. 155, the Mersey Novices Hurdle, grade 1, 2 miles, 4 furlongs. Lulamba 5-1, Cocktail Divan 6s, Horses Pearl 8s, Blue Devassi 10s, 10s Miami Magic 12s, Regent Stroll, Romeo Coolio, and then 16s to 1 bar. A few double entries. You're getting prices on horses here, so if you do manage to pick one, you'll be doing well. You'll have a nice price. I will probably split my stakes, and again, I'd first off the ground, but Horses Pearl just has looked so good. I can't not back him each way. And Regent Stroll, I would forgive the...
Say that again?
Regent Stroll. I would forgive the...
One more time.
Regent Stroll.
Fuck, you did say it.
Jesus. I would forgive the loss at Exeter. He's definitely not a 2 miler. And I think eventually he wants 3 miles. But I think he'll run better here.
You're not even convinced yourself.
Sure he'll run better here.
Not even convinced yourself he's going to run well.
But those 2 each way, I think it's a good race. Henry's horse looked decent the last day. But strength of that form, hard to know. I'm sure Lulamba will have his...
I don't get this Lulamba run here.
His people backing him, but I'll just take on the juveniles now. If Lulamba wins, so be it. I was wrong in our statement.
Like, how is he suddenly favoured for this after being beaten in a triumph? I don't get it. Like, it's not like he was unlucky. He's beaten fair and square. Well, no, 5-1. Look, I know he's getting the weight for age and all that jazz, and suddenly he needs to step up and trip. Yeah, I don't buy it. Cotel Devon, as you said, was very good last time. He'll have a chance. I am all over Horses Pearl. 8-1 each way. Thank you very much. His thing is going to be an extremely good horse. He's lightly raced, and he's a 7-year-old, so he's probably at the peak of his growth. So he's going to be a bit stronger than the rest of these. I know he probably like a bit softer ground. This is a big horse, and I think he'll take a hell of a lot of beating. Course form, winning the bumper last season, didn't look like he was going to win it at all. Camera angle changed. He was down the outside. He came into camera view and he ran them all down the outside. His win at Huntington was very good, and then his win at Newbury, he just absolutely tanked around. He looked like he was going to be beat on stage. Just Conor Brace gave him a little squeeze, up he sat, off he went. He's a very, very good animal. I think 8-1 is a ridiculous price for him. Can't see him being out of the top 3. I think I see him winning, to be all honest. But if you want to cover your bet, like 8-1 each way, I think is a cracking bet. I really like him. He'd probably be my best bet on Saturday.
Okay, 3:05 at Aintree, and it's the Liverpool Hurdle, grade 1, 3 miles, half a furlong. Tiopo 94, Kitzbühel 5s, Home Lee 6, Strong Leader 6, Wallpark 7s, Queen of Boy 8s, Hidden Valley Snake 12, 6-1 bar. I'm going to be honest.
I can't make head nor tails of this.
I'm a fan of Crambo, no problem, like him. Other than that, I hate the 3 mile division, 3 mile hurdle division. It's stink. I'm not having a bet in it, and I don't have a selection.
I'll go through them. So Tiopo,
please don't.
Should win, in all fairness. But do you know what? It drives me fucking demented. Oh, he needs breaks after it runs. That's running at Cheltenham, running 3 weeks later for the crack. It's a void punch down. But can you know, he'll run here and he'll run a punch down then. Yeah. That's the thing. Just run him. You don't have him for that long. Just run the bloody horses. Fairness to him, he ran a massive race on ground that wasn't going to suit him at Cheltenham. He was miles clear the third. You got beat by, you know you hate him, but he's a top class horse, Bob Ollinger. King Bob, 4 for 4 at Cheltenham. Like, he's an unbelievable horse. I don't get this Cutsbell thing. Don't get it. Won at Gorham Park, beating Mickey Mouse horses. And some people on the internet are saying he didn't get a smack of the whip. He got a smack of the whip mid-fucking air jumping the last, and he got a smack when he landed.
So what are you going to do when this race is on?
Go for a piss?
Well, I'll be doing that anyway. I do that a lot. I'm going to watch the football.
Yeah. Home by the Lee, he ran a stink last season after the Stairs Hurdle last year. Won't back him again now. Strong Leader is interesting back here. He ran 2 stink races.
Just play a game. Who are you going to pick?
Ghostbusters. I don't know.
That's who you're going to call.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's the God honest truth. If going to the head, I'd probably back Strong Leader.
Oh, my God. Okay. Strong.
Oh, who do you want me to back?
Well, you picked one.
No, hold up now. Jimmy the Sire runs here. I'll back him.
Jimmy the Snail.
Jimmy the Snail. If he runs here, Jimmy the handicap job. If he runs here, I'd probably have a little sneaky trade on him. Won really well the Car Cup. Yeah. Looked like Willie had a very well handicapped horse. Looked like he was a lot better than last season anyway, because he was absolutely battered by Ballyburn all last year.
Jimmy the Snail, right?
Jimmy the Snail. We'll have a pump at him for a crack.
Okay. Last grade 1, 5 o'clock. The Maghull Novices Chase, grade 1, 2 miles. Luda Sud, 5-4. Only by night, 7-4. Khalif the Burley, 9-2. Gilly Park 7. Special Caddo, Touch Me Not. Brookie.
Jesus.
For me, it's between the top 2 in the market. I think Luda Sud will win.
Yeah, I'm probably on the same wavelength as you. I think you will.
He just didn't quite get up the hill at Shetland. He looked like the winner.
I think they went way too fast.
He went too early.
Yeah.
Harry done a bit of a Harry.
Harry.
When he seen the other yoke,
Malsberg going past him,
his mistakes and everything.
Yeah.
He kind of got like, oh, I'm in.
I have to go now. I have to go.
And he kind of was there till half a furlong out and just got outstayed. So.
Yeah, I'd be kind of on the same wavelength as you. Faultless before that, 4 good wins in a row. Yeah, it's hard to fault him, bar Cheltenham. This track would probably suit him, flatter track. Special Caddo would be interesting. Bolted up on Chase debut, 6-6-1. Formerly trained by William Mullins, was decent enough. Hurdler took a while to get his act together for Henry. Fences seem to be making of him, but I think they'll all have to go a bit to beat Luda Sud.
Okay, back to the Fox Hunters over the national fences. Any selection?
My Drogo. For a former group, grade 1 place. Jesus Christ, I'm flat already. Grade 1 winning place chaser. Backed him the last day at, I can't remember where he ran, but he looked like he was beat about 2 or 3 out. Came back on the bridle, battled really well to the line. I think he'll take a bit of beating here. He's a high class horse. Will he go ahead? Will be the one that will worry me. Famous Cormorant won this 2 years ago. He'll always have a chance in this. And he 14-year-old Benny King absolutely loves around here. Bolted up last time. But I think all said and done, my Drogo, formerly trained by Dan Skelton, I think he will have his day in the sun. And you think this big bastard will be made for these fences. I think he'll take a bit of beating. No
real master selection. I respect my Drogo, but it's a hard race. I might chance Eva's Oscar each way. Tim Vaughan and Edward Vaughan. I'm nearly sure it's a lovely white horse.
It is. I just hope he
for no other reason than that.
I hope he gets around, because they always do this little commentary thing where somebody pretends to be Eva's Oscar and he talks to the jockey. Oh, not fence. Wee! Hold on there now. It's fucking brilliant.
Well, even better. So
I said this after. Oh, it's comical.
Eva's Oscar. Friday's one, we have the Topham. You got the likes of Blue Lord, James the Burley, Glenn Gould, the Amorite, Bad, the Goffer, Ginny's Destiny, Late Night Pass, Marvel Sands, Fantastic Lady, Lounge Lizard, Chantreux, Gallo, Eldorado Allen, Excello, Gentleman to Me, Grander Dam, Mars Harbour, the King of the Hours, Adam and Chosen, Ashtree Meadow, Manila Drama, Soul Icon, Generan, Jet Paul, Lisbon, French Diamond, Western Zephyr, The Real Deal, and the Scaria 10.
That was impressive until you went.
Bad.
Yes, David.
Is finally good. Where's Sean? He's gone after college. No, he's busy with college. Bad for me. He's put it together. The first day I was like, oh, maybe he's just decided he wants to win. The fact that he's won a second time and he battled a little bit.
He did.
I think he's finally fucking got the gist of what's going on.
I think he knows. Oh yeah, and, this is nice. This winning thing.
bad each way for me.
Yeah, I'm the same. 61 each way. Bolted up at Kempton first time. Backed it up with a battle and win. I think 140 is a fair enough mark. I think he'll be better than that. Finally figured out how to win. And I think battle will be good over the fences. National fences. Damn, made a buzz. Blue Law will be interesting. It's first time in the handicap, but he needs to find his old form. James de Burley, you go back him each way blind. You just find fuck all. He'll be second or third, but he won't win. And Glenn Gooley will fall. That's all he does. Belts, fences.
A handicap pick for during the week. We'll leave the Nationals last, and we'll get 3 selections each.
Jesus, handicap pick.
One we talked about was Friday, Favour and Fortune in the second race.
2 seconds.
He's decent form in grade ones. You'd have to forgive us running Kelso the last day, but Kelso's a strange old track. I'm going to forgive us his run at Kelso and back him each way. I think Andrew likes Wade out as well in that race.
Where is it? Tomorrow. Sorry, you keep talking. You're good at that.
I think tomorrow we have the 2 mile race, and Primos, Lucinda's horse, was backed off the boards at Cheltenham.
You got very angry that day in Paddy Power when you seen that.
No race whatsoever because of the starter.
Folks Tiara in that race.
I'm going to go for Primos.
Henry's won 2 of the last 4 runs of this, and he was 2 of the last 5, and he was second in the other run. In the other time, he obviously targets
second last year. Lucinda's horse.
But look, he obviously targets a horse for this race. He was nabbed late on by on Pion Darrick at Leopardstown. He won the time before that. He's up a bit in the waist, but he's back on good ground. Ready to rise this time. I think he'll be laid out for this. I think he'll run a massive race, 13-2. Henry always, as I said, targets a horse for this race, and I think he is a good bet tomorrow.
Andrew will have his selections up as well on his blog for TalkSport and whatever else he's doing there over the weekend. So you'll get selections for every race. As I said, Sean will have his up probably on Twitter. I throw mine up on Instagram. You're more than welcome to follow and have a look. I do it at Cheltenham, Punchestown and Aintree. So there will be other handicap picks.
Why don't you do it on Twitter?
Twitter's a cesspit.
It is, but it's fun.
I go on Twitter sometimes.
You get very angry though.
It's like, I don't even know why I bother because some of the people on Twitter.
Do you know when I know you're angry? You start texting. You start typing like you're texting. That's when I know he's angry.
Just this, I don't know. I see fucking blogger thinking Arsenal have a chance of beating Real Madrid today, and I just turned off Twitter. That's the end of Twitter for me today.
Blogsy's like that.
That poor man lost so much money, whether his own or someone else's, who knows? But he lost a lot of money on houses at Cheltenham, and if same thing happened in Aintree, that's going to be a bad time.
I'd love to know where he gets it all.
Well, he lost the fucking all at Cheltenham.
He needs to find it all again.
So best of luck with your bets and bet responsibly. 3 each for the National. I am going with.
Go on.
Stumpy Town.
That's a shock. You love him.
I like him a lot.
You love him.
He's one horse I almost didn't forgive when he got beat by Angelstone at Cheltenham. I was fuming that day.
No shit. I got the fucking rat of it.
Should have won that day, but he's come back. He seems to be better now as an 8-year-old than ever before. So I think he'll jump around. Great chance. Hewick, after time, but I backed him at 40s. Got Kubo on board. 40s and 33s, 10s now, won't be going back in again. But I genuinely think he'll get around. Whether he stays or not, I don't know. The ground is key to Hewick, and he'll be out where you need to be, away from trouble, jumping. I hope he travels, not like the day in the King George.
Yeah, if he goes like that.
I think that's because that was a proper grade 1 pace, and he couldn't.
But the first mile of the National is frantic.
Yeah.
Then they settle down after that.
And then another horse to follow start of the season has not let me down in any run this year. Probably ground has gone against him. I know. Yeah.
Mr. Vango?
Yeah. Yes. The ground has gone against him. But he will stay. He's slow.
Right, mind the fucking table, will you?
Jumps unbelievable. I can't not back him. I actually backed him anti-post, I think, for it.
A price?
It was around 50s anyway.
You hope.
Same as what he is now. More than likely needs soft ground, and maybe he won't run. They might put him out because of that, saving him. But he's just been brilliant all year. Proper,
reliable,
staying chaser. the horses come up alongside them, and they just drop away.
It just goes, what the fuck are you doing?
So those three from me: Stumpy Town, Hewitt, and Mr. Van Gogh.
Right.
So, very worried about because I can't pick 4, but very worried about Percival Gallo.
My 3. First one, Vanillier. Unlucky in the cross country at Cheltenham. Blinkers changed to front running tactics have absolutely turned this horse inside out. Look, he always promised to be a very good horse. Bolted up in the Alba Bartlett 3 years ago, I want to say. But the blinkers, he's back down to the Mark 147 what he was off when he finished second to, who was he second to? You're good with this. Who was he second to?
Vanillier.
Yeah, the National.
Last year?
No, the year before that.
Oh, fucking the crazy horse. Fucking
that fella.
Lucinda's horse. Korak
Rambler. He was second to Korak Rambler 2 years ago. He was well beaten last year, but this year he's turned inside out. He's a different horse. If anything, he's in the best form of his life.
Oh, Van Gogh's not in the National.
I should have told you that actually, because I only done a fucking race by runner guide. Yeah, he's not in it. 36 in it, 40. He won't make it in. You get to pick another one.
About Percival Gallo.
My second one is Percival Gallo. Not a Gavin Cromwell horse. This horse has promised to be a very good horse, and he's finally, after something's had a clicking with him. He won the Paddy Power at Cheltenham. Didn't win the Paddy Power at Cheltenham. He won the Paddy Power at Leopardstown, and he went on to win a hurdle race at the DRF. He's always been a horse that he probably should have won the year before at the Dublin Race Festival when Hartman won at the handicap chase.
How does he consistently carry small weights when he's always thereabouts?
It's amazing what a JP Brown envelope can do.
It's crazy. Like, I look there, he's on 10
There's a horse. It's gone out of the top of my head now. It's running on Friday. It bolted up the last day. It's off the same fucking mark. It won by 7 lengths or something. It's off the same mark here. I can't remember the name of the horse. I'm stuck in it. How the hell is he have to get away with this? And it wasn't a conditional race or that where they just get in off the same way.
I can't believe he's only carried 10 stone 12.
Yeah. It just said there, 10 stone 12, lovely racing weight. Something is suddenly after clicking with him. He'll be a massive danger to all them if he stays on his feet.
It's mad the way he learned how to jump on him.
Yeah.
And he kept hitting fences for a year and a half.
Yeah. The third one is Beauport at 33-1. He won the Midlands National last year, and he kicked off this season with absolutely destroying a field in, I think it was a London National or something like that. Last class, he won by 31 lengths. He loves Ascot. He got put up £12, I want to say, for that since. Yeah, £12. He was the thing with him now. He's after improving as the season go on. They put him back over hurdles. He was beaten a length and a half in the long walk hurdle, a grade 1 at Ascot, and then he was second behind Genie May Boy in the grade 2 at Haydock, where he went off way too fast. He's a fantastic jumper. He goes in the front. There's no issue with him staying this far. He goes on good ground. He goes on soft ground. He goes on any ground. I think he's still well weighted. He's in here off 11 stone 1. I don't think that'll be any issue to him whatsoever. And I think he will run a massive race at 33-1. Sammy Twiston Davis will be fucking him at every fence. Yeah. It's a sight I love to see. Him and David Bass on front runners are just fucking class. They just throw him at the fences. So there are my 3. Beauport each way, along with Vanillier, he'll be my main bet, and Percival Gallo won't be far behind.
Nap of the weekend?
Triply Flyer.
Likewise. The next best?
Hirsch's Pearl each way.
Lossy Mount.
Lossy Zoom, sorry. That's my nap. That's my double nap.
I think she'll win tomorrow. I'm very hopeful.
Will Aro get around?
I don't care. I don't like him.
I don't like Hewick. Hewick is such not a you horse.
I like Hewick.
I
like when he was drinking Guinness.
Yeah, I can see that side now, and it's all coming together. Yeah, I see it now.
Could you imagine? Could you even imagine
if
that horse wins the Grand National
in the middle of fucking Anfield?
I asked Paddy the son, I think, on Sunday when he won on one of the Sharks horses. He said we probably won't make it home for a week.
Yeah, kind of on that side of it, I kind of want to see what happens if he wins.
When they eventually get home, like he'll bring the horse to the pub again if he wins.
Why not?
And they will literally pay for a drink for a week for the whole village.
Who was it used to drink pints? Was it Arkle?
I think so.
Something like that. Didn't do him any fucking bad.
Any first-time jockeys riding the national? Probably is. Guys, thank you for watching. Again, there's a lot of people on the live watching away there. If you're watching it back, please do comment your selections for the national, selections for the week. Sean and Tom will be back for the Punchdown preview. They're both just busy.
So will you.
I will be here, yeah. No problem.
That's the last show of the Sidecut. That is our last show of the season.
Last show of the season. Off for the summer. Flat racing. I'll have a few flat selections up. I like to.
We might do a Royal Ascot.
Yeah,
we might do a Royal
Ascot. I'd be
Ascot.
up for doing Royal Ascot.
Joe, where we should go? Sorry, I'm cutting across you a lot.
Yeah,
Sorry. Joe, where we should go? I'd love to go. York.
Shawnee Sinnott, that's a friend of the podcast there last year. Very good reports on monetary wise. Very, very good. Tickets not so bad. I think it was €180 for a full week ticket.
Will we go?
He got whatever the 4 days or the 5 days.
We'll go for 2 or 3 days.
They've turned the 7 furlong race into a grade 1 as well, Group 1. The City of York Stakes on the Saturday.
Can you answer the fucking question so I can put it in my calendar?
If we can go, I'll go, yeah.
I'll go.
If we can organise a chat, I'll go.
When's it on?
York's very good.
August,
yeah.
Right.
There's a Group 1 every day now because they changed that 7 furlong race, which was the right thing to do. They needed that. But please do gamble responsibly. This is not, well, if Cheltenham taught anybody anything, all the people saying, please go remortgage your house, put it on Con Hill.
Horse racing.
Mortgage, then you'll have more money.
Horse racing has a way of humbling you.
There was a lot of people on the review for Cheltenham, but it was a humbling experience for, I think, everybody. Even if you made some money, you had a bad result along the way. But there was very humbling results for some people. Please do gamble responsibly. Like and subscribe. It helps the channel. Have a great 3 days. I really like Aintree. Good festival. Good grade 1s. And enjoy it. And if you're having a beer, drink responsibly.